So if you guys watched my previous video when I built this enclosure, this is the day before I upload, so I don't know if I have it painted or not, but I still need to paint it. If I haven't painted it in that last video, I'll do it this video. But so I moved all the Herman's tortoises here last video, and the smaller sulcata, which is right there, and I put my bigger sulcata back here. This is the juvenile sulcata tortoise, and she's living in here with 6 Redfoot tortoises that I got that same day that I made the video. I just didn't include them in that video so that I could make another video on them. And this plant, I'm gonna have to tie it up or something because it's starting to fall over, or these branches are starting to fall over, and I don't want that because it makes this hard to open up. So there we go, you can see all the Redfoots, and that's the male. There's only one male. I wanted to get 2, but the lady that I got it from only had 1 male and 9 females. So let me see where the other one is. That's the other one right there, and you can see that they're a red color, and that's because she was keeping them in mulch like this there. And these tortoises, I prefer keeping them in cypress mulch for that reason. You could see that they're getting covered in that red color, plus they'll eat all that coloring and stuff. They have it all over their face and their necks and legs, shell, everything. But these guys are pretty healthy. You can see they have no pyramiding at all. That guy has like a little injury there. I don't even know what that is. That's how I could tell that he's the male, because of that. All the other ones are females, and there's a little frog over there climbing the block. But basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take them all out. I also want to expand this a little bit because you can see this was made for the smaller sulcatas and the Hermans, so they definitely need more. I don't know if you guys can hear that breathing, but that's my dog. She's in there. It's pretty loud. I was wondering what that noise was. But I do want to expand it. I'm not gonna do it this video because I don't have the materials yet, and I'm definitely gonna do that. I want to do the roof kind of like how I did it for the Herman's tortoises, where it's sloped. That way it doesn't get too wet in here, and I need to put a liner on it like I'm gonna do for the Herman's tortoises as well, because I don't want this roof rotting. And I like these guys. They look very healthy. They have really pretty faces, and I'm just gonna go wash them now. I'm gonna ask my brother to help me record the video because I can't record and wash them at the same time. So alright, so I'm gonna clean them in here, and this is just for cleaning. I'm gonna change out the water between Redfoots. Unless it's not too dirty, then I won't do it. This is for them to drink. It's just for them to wash the shells real quick. They have their pond in there, so they don't have to drink or whatever. I'm just gonna let her drink. This water is not chlorinated or anything, so this is safe to drink. This is the water that I give the tortoises, and yeah, she could drink it for now as long as there's no tortoises in here. I'm gonna go get the Redfoots, and we're gonna start bathing all of them. Alright, so this is the Redfoot we're gonna be starting with, and just gonna put her in here, scrub her shell, and see if all this comes out. I'll probably take a couple baths to get all this off, because I did clean a couple of them when I got them, but it didn't come off completely, so have to take. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My mom was calling me, so had to stop recording, but I've already cleaned her off a lot, and still hasn't even came off, to be honest. I scrubbed her face a little bit too. Let's see. She could hold herself, but she puts her head inside the water sometimes, so let me dump a little bit of water here. Alright, the first time that I got them, it came off a lot easier, the first ones that I cleaned, but these guys are a lot harder. I think it's because it's gotten more stuck with the rain. So let's see. Hopefully it comes off. This isn't that big a deal. It's not going to hurt them anymore since it's just on their shells, but I would rather take it off so that they look a little bit cleaner. The worst thing is if they ingest it, but they're not going to be doing that anymore since they're not going to be on top of it. Alright, so let's see. Now it should come off a lot more. And she definitely looks a lot better than before. I cleaned their face a little bit too, but it looks a lot cleaner. As you can see, I'm gonna put them back and get another one. Just gonna do a couple on camera and then I'll do the rest by myself so that I don't bore you guys with the same thing. But there you can see it's a female, and Redfoots, even the females have an indentation. The males, I'll show you the male now, it's a lot more pronounced, and the way you can sex them is with the tail. You can see how small the tail is, and just keep that in mind. I'm about to show you the male. Alright, so there you can see a clean one and a dirty one. This one still has a little bit of the red stuff there along the bottom, but it's fine. I'm just gonna do it little by little. Tomorrow I'll clean them again, or maybe the day after, give them a break. And this is the male, so I'll show you the difference between the male and the female. Alright, so here's the male. You can see it's a lot deeper of a hole, and the tail is a little bit longer, or a lot longer. I'm gonna go more into detail in a different video, specifically on Redfoot, so that I could show you guys more. But this is gonna be just introducing them a little bit and bathing them, cleaning them from all this red mulch. But this is just an introduction to the Redfoots. Alright, so I'm gonna scrub this guy off a bit, and I don't know what this thing is. It looks like they put something on it. Not really like if it's injured or anything. I can't really tell. This was probably a marking that they did so they could know that it's the male, or maybe it was an injury that they try to fix up with something. Has an injury here, but other than that, he's pretty healthy as well. It doesn't really matter. This isn't gonna affect the tortoise. It's just on its shell, so it's just mostly appearance at this point. It's already healed. So I don't know if I'm gonna name all these guys, but I'm thinking if we name him something, we should name him something compared to this, with like silver, something to do with silver, because I think that looks pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave him like this. I don't want to stress him out too much. I'm gonna put him back in his enclosure, and he's still a little bit dirty as well, but with time that should come off. I'm not gonna keep him on red mulch anymore. So these guys are gonna be doing great. I'm not gonna clean the other ones right now. I'll probably clean them later today, because I'm already tired just by cleaning these two, and I ate some spicy food and my stomach's kind of hurting. So there we go, two new cleaned Redfoots. I already cleaned two more the day I got them, but like I said, I'm gonna have to re-clean them because I noticed that the ones that I already did clean are still pretty dirty. Oh, he's eating the cactus. He's not supposed to get it straight from there, but this enclosure is made for the hermits and smaller sulcatas. That's why they could get to the cactus pretty easily, and that's one of the ones that I cleaned. That's why he's a little bit cleaner. I think that one might be too, and you can see this one's completely red. She has her shell scratched a little bit. So I still haven't gotten used to these guys. I've only had them a couple days. Oh no, this is the other one that I cleaned. This one's darker, so it was that one and this one. That one's a little bit more red. But yeah, I still haven't learned about these guys. Not about these guys, but I haven't learned who they are. Like, I know the hermits and the sulcatas. I know exactly which tortoise they are, like which individual they are. So the scratches make it easier for me to tell. The male I already know because of the silver on his back, and I'll just differentiate them by the size of them, the shell, how they look, the slight pyramiding if any of them have it. You can see that one over there has a little bit more pyramiding than the others, but it's not bad either. But that one's a little bit bigger. There's a lot of different ways to tell, and I just need to learn the individual tortoises and obviously the sulcata. But I fed them a little bit of apple today, and they didn't really like it too much. So not next video, but definitely in one of the upcoming videos, I'm gonna have to change this, how this looks. And what I'm thinking of doing is just a giant box, maybe make it out of wood instead of blocks. That way it takes some less space, because you can see if it were wood, they would have an extra 5 to 6 inches there, so it would be a lot less space taken up. And we'll see. I have to make up an idea. I want to use a ramp, kind of like I have over there for the hermits, like this, that the water would just come right off, and all there is that little crack that I'm gonna cover up eventually. Just put like a little flap or something, maybe duct tape, and the water would come right off. But since that's there, it doesn't rain too much here, and it's not a big deal, and they're gonna be doing perfect in this enclosure. It's smaller for them. I could find the nest easier, it doesn't get as wet as the other enclosure that I have for the Redfoots. And I already made them this little mound for them to nest in, although I don't think they're gonna be nesting anytime soon. And yeah, they're all in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other 3 are in here. You see. So this is the one of the big ones. There's another big one that's in that corner there. I already saw her earlier. And I put hay in here because the first day I did not have the piece of wood. This is the other big female. And I miscounted. There was 5 here, so that's all of them already. There's 7 in this enclosure, 7 with the Redfoots. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I didn't have the piece of wood, so that's why there's hay in there, so that I put it in so that they wouldn't be so stressed out and they could hide under the hay. And they were pretty stressed out the first night because it was a new environment, and they were already asleep when I put them in because I got home late. And you can see they messed up the plants and everything. The last thing that I want to do, well, the 2 things that I want to do with this enclosure is paint it and put some more plants in here. I want to put a hibiscus here so that it covers them up and they could have more shade, and that's about it. But I probably said everything that I'm saying right now in the last video, so I'm gonna end it here, go back to the Redfoots, which is why I'm making this video. So well, I think that's the male right there. I think he was already smelling the female and starting to get ready to breed. So I'm gonna leave him alone, and I'm gonna make more videos on these guys soon and show you them more in details. Want to make some care guides. I already know a lot about this species because they're so common. I've seen plenty of care guides on them, so I'm pretty comfortable in making a care guide about them. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to follow if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and like, leave any comments for future suggestions, turn on post notifications, and that's it. Have a great day.